Okay, good evening. We're gonna start with an exercise. So if you can do it, I'm gonna send a link to the chat for you to practice one exercise about was and where. It's very easy, right? Around 5 sentences to decide if it is was or where, to write the negative and the interrogative, and the short answer. That's it. So I will wait for you to do it. Some minutes. And let me know if you have any doubt at the end of the exercise. I will wait maybe 6 minutes for you to do it.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Mr. Ramirez. Pleasure to see you.
Thanks. Thanks. See you too.
Okay, they supposed to be working. They supposed to be working in an exercise, Mr. Ramirez. Because yes, about was and where, that was the topic that we were studying yesterday. Okay, so today is just to do that exercise, okay?
Okay.
Because we have the first topic of simple past yesterday, but it was the simple past form of just verb to be. Okay, I don't know. Well, since some people look not to be active in this moment, you can take advantage, Mr. Ramirez. Okay, if you want, if you have any doubt, if you know about this topic, tell me. And if you don't know, because I see that maybe your classmates are working, maybe, right? Or I don't know. But anyway, it's an opportunity for you to ask if you don't know about this topic. Do you remember the simple past tense of verb to be? That is was and were?
Just remember, teacher.
Okay, excellent. So you can do that exercise that is in just negative, interrogative, and short answers. Okay, it's a simple exercise. So
Okay,
if you don't have any doubt about this topic, please try to solve that worksheet, that exercise. And let me know. Let me know if you are not sure about anything, just let me know.
Okay, thanks, teacher.
That is to close that topic that we started yesterday.
Escriba, write,
Okay, this is the exercise, Mr. Ramirez. You have to go down, remember? Or if you want, we can do it together, right? Some parts. This is a person.
Yes, okay.
So, do you think it's was or were?
Is was.
Was because it's singular, right?
Yeah.
What about they?
Where?
Were at the toy shop, correct. What about we?
We were.
We were
at the orange.
at the hotel. Correct, because it's plural, right? They are plural. Megan and Simon.
Hotel. Yeah. Megan and Simon were at the swimming pool.
Excellent, because they are two, so it's plural. Were at the swimming pool. And this is easy, right?
I were in the park yesterday.
Correct. You?
You were.
Were. Okay. And if we want to do a negative, remember that we just add not to was and not to were. And the short forms are wasn't and weren't. Okay. So
yeah.
In this case,
she wasn't at the coffee on the Monday.
Cafe on Monday.
Cafe on Monday.
Okay. I
wasn't at museum the Tuesday.
Museum on Tuesday.
Museum. Sí.
Miss Ferry?
Miss Ferry wasn't at the hospital on the Saturday.
Okay, at the hospital. Hospital.
Chan wasn't at market yesterday.
Correct. Wasn't because it's negative, right? So you?
You weren't at the Orange
Hotel
on Tuesday.
Thursday. Okay, so do you remember, Mr., that when we want to do a question, we just change verb to be at the beginning, right?
Yeah. Are you at the cinema?
No, because it's past.
Where?
Where?
Were you at the cinema? Yet I wasn't.
No.
Yes. Yes, I do.
No, mister, because in this case, do is for present, and do is not. Two reasons why not do, because do, excuse me, is in present, and we are in past, and do is for other verbs, never for verb to be. Okay,
yes,
never.
I were. Yes, I were.
No, for I is.
Yes.
For I is was.
I was. Yes,
I
I
was. Okay. So a question in the second?
Are they? Were they? Were they? Were they?
Go kart.
The go kart track. Go kart track. No, no, they were.
They is negative.
Perdón. No, they weren't. They
correct.
weren't.
No, they weren't. Okay. And Robin.
Was Robin at the beach yesterday?
Correct. No?
No, he wasn't.
Correct. Olive, yes?
Were Olive and Megan at the restaurant? Yes, they weren't.
No, they, yes, is affirmative.
Yes, yes, they were.
They were, correct. And the last one?
Were you in the school yesterday? No, I was.
No, it's negative.
No, wasn't. No,
Okay.
I wasn't.
Okay, very good. So I see that you remember and you connect, right? When it's plural, is were, when it's singular, is was. Excellent. Just remember, please, the short answers. No, you need the negative. Yes, you need the affirmative. Don't keep that in mind. Don't do that combination of yes and negative. No. No and affirmative. No. They have that connection.
Okay. Thanks, teacher.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Very good. Okay, and that's it, right? That's all. I guess that all your classmates already did it. Okay, so since you were not in class yesterday and you were active, I wanted to do it with you, but that's what your classmates were doing at the beginning of the class, you know? Okay, so that's it. Okay. So, and what's the topic, yesterday's topic, mister? Okay, it was fair to be.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fuentes, were you with your friends today in the morning? Were you with your friends today in the morning?
No, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. Okay. And was your boss in the office in the afternoon?
Yes, he was.
Okay, yes, he was, sadly. Sadly, he was. Okay, yes, he was. Okay, very good. Okay, this is just, can you do a question to Mr. Ramirez, please, Mr. Fuentes? Oh, Ms. Rodriguez, now that you are active, welcome. Maybe you can do a question to Mr. Ramirez? Similar to those that I did to Mr. Fuentes? Any of you, Mr. Fuentes or Ms. Rodriguez, please?
Hi, Mr. Ramirez.
Hi. How are you?
Fine. A little sad, but and tired, but
You look tired.
No problem. No.
Yes.
You say like fine.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, but
Looks like lie slow in the ice.
I'm in slow motion at this moment. Yeah.
Okay, can you do a question for Mr. Do you have a question in past? Verb to
In
be?
past.
Yeah, verb to be.
Okay. Let me see. Were you at work today?
No. Quiero ver, repeat, please, Mr. Rodriguez.
Miss Rodriguez.
Miss Rodriguez, perdón.
Were you at work today?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Okay, good. Do you have yours, Mr. Fuentes? Thanks, Miss.
No problem, thanks.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, were you in the park in the afternoon?
Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Okay, no work, but park. I'm Mr. Ramirez, okay? Okay, good. Okay, so my dear people, we're gonna continue. I see that you have clear in your mind, right? That is good. The most important is to have it in our mind, not just the information, but we recognize it. Okay, so today, the next part, we're gonna continue. Thanks for your questions. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the contents of your book. That is something related, okay? As I told you yesterday, the first part that we have is simple past, right? But verb to be. We have now something else. Similar because it's past, but as I explained yesterday, I began to explain this yesterday, that now we have different options that are not just zero estar, right? In past. Now we'll have other options, any other option. You see here, give, send, say, for example. Okay, so we have other actions that are not ser o estar. So yesterday, we were working with just with that action. Just with that action. We didn't mention, and you didn't mention in your questions for Mr. Ramirez, right? Or my questions for you, we didn't mention other actions, other verbs, just were you? Okay, yes, I was, no, I wasn't, etc. Just that action. So the difference now is that we have any other action that is not zero estar in past. So because we have other actions, we need another structure. Okay, we need another structure. You know, because our different groups and different contents, sometimes I get confused with the previous topics. But I think that it was in the previous level. I don't know if it was just regular and irregular verbs, it was something similar, or we studied it like this, simple past. I don't remember exactly, because some I'm with different groups, sometimes are similar topics, so I don't have clear, but I think that you studied the previous level, this topic, I think. But it is here we have it, right, as part of your contents. So we're gonna practice more, or we're gonna study it, because I'm not sure. But the point is that it is here, right? So maybe it will be easy for you in case that you studied the previous level. It will be very easy for you, because I don't remember, honestly. Okay, but let's develop this topic anyway. Okay, so here we have you can see this conversation. We're gonna practice this conversation. I'm gonna say it, and then you're gonna practice it. But what I want you, or what they want you to notice, that's why they have, the book has this conversation, is for you to keep in touch, for you to start, okay? Let's say recognizing both groups, verb to be and other verbs. That's the point here. So you can see that for verb to be, I just add not to was. But in this case, there is another verb, give. I don't add not to the past of give, no. I need help, right? That is why we call them auxiliaries, porque nos ayudan, or helping verbs. ¿A qué ayudan? Well, they help us to do the past, or the present, or the future, but in this case, the past. And not just to do the past, but it takes the negative form, okay? The negative form in past. Because in this case, the verb can take the negative in past. The past of give is gave not. No, that's not the way to express a negative idea in past. We can do that. Gave is the past, right? Gave. So gave not, like was the verb, and we say was not, but with the rest of verbs, no, it's not possible. So that's why we use the auxiliary, okay? In this case, did, and we add did to did, we add not, didn't, okay, didn't. You see? We add to this sentence this part to indicate that it's in past and in negative with not, okay? So that is the point, that the rest of verbs work differently, okay? The rest of verbs work differently. So here you can notice this, right? And for the affirmative, well, in that case, yes, right, each verb, did you know that we had to memorize each verb in past? There is no other way in affirmative. And interrogative, we're gonna see some examples for interrogative. We have here just negatives and affirmative in past. Other verbs, right? That is the difference. Que aquí es otra acción que no es el ni ser ni estar, ni estaba ni era. Ahora son cualquier otra acción menos esa. Pero siempre estamos en el pasado simple. ¿Ok? Siempre estamos en pasado simple. Okay, but in this case, that is the only difference. So let's see. Can you tell me more about your experience? It wasn't so nice because the agent didn't give me a confirmation number. He didn't even send a receipt for what I bought. Do you remember the agent's name? No, I don't. Actually, I think he didn't say his name. He wasn't kind. I apologize for that. And what about our product? Could you see it? I mean, could you use it? Yes, I could. It wasn't so easy, but I called another agent again. He was so considerate. His name was Romeo, and he explained everything to me. Okay, so that is the conversation, right? So you can see here, maybe anything new. Well, this is not new, right? Actually. What is the meaning of actually? What does actually mean, Mr. Fuentes?
En realidad.
Okay, could be, right? Like, de hecho. Okay. And let me see. Well, I think we don't have. I don't think that we have specific expressions or vocabulary. And what about receive? Anybody?
Recibo.
Okay, yeah, could be, right? Similar, correct? Recibo, factura can be, right? Okay, so that's it. So maybe two of you can do it here and then you go to practice with different people, okay? So who wants to be Luz and who wants to be Eva?
I am Luz.
Okay, you're Luz and who wants to be Eva?
I am Eva.
Okay.
Okay. Start, teacher?
Yeah, please.
Okay, thanks. Can you tell me more about your experience?
Experience, okay.
It wasn't so nice because the agent didn't give me a confirmation number. He didn't even send a receipt for what I bought.
Do you remember the agent names?
No, I
Agent.
don't.
Agents
Agent.
names?
No, I
The
don't.
agent's name?
Actually, I think he didn't say his name. He wasn't kind.
My apologies for that. And what's about our product? Could you use it?
Yes, I could. It wasn't so easy. But I called another agent again. He was so considerate. His name was Romeo, and he explained everything to me.
Okay, there we are. Very good. Very good. That's it, right? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do in the rest of you, okay? So I hope that you can practice. You know, let's try to, let me see if we can do it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, 3 minutes, I think. 3 minutes to practice. Because it's not... okay. I'm gonna send it to the group, okay? For you. Okay, I think everybody is in the main room, in the main session now. Okay, now that you were practicing this conversation, maybe you can remember, or you have it there, right, in the group, you have the conversation. Or if you remember without seeing, great, perfectly. Did actions or activities that these people in the conversation did. Remember that did is the past of do, right? Present do, past did. Okay, I did my homework yesterday. I do my homework today. So it's a verb and an auxiliary too. Remember that in this case, did has two functions, as a verb and as activity. I mean, as an auxiliary. Okay, so as a verb, it is hacer, hizo, hice. But as an auxiliary, que es como nos está apareciendo a nosotros ahí, no tiene traducción. Solo indica que es en pasado. Una pregunta. O indica que es en pasado, más negativa en pregunta. Okay, but it has two functions. De indicar y de verbo. So in this case, we have did, hicieron, pasado de do, did. No está como auxiliar, right, in this case. So activities that they did, do you remember? Let's see if you have a good memory in your based on the conversation, right? For example, Eva's activities, something that she did.
Oh.
Yes, what activity? Did Eva do? In that case, listen, I'm using did and do because it's a question, right? Did Eva do? And the verb, remember, when you have a question in past, you have did at the beginning. So your verb is in the base form. We don't have the verb in past in a question, okay? So my question is, what did Eva do? Because it's a question. What did, because it's it's a question, right? Eva do, because this here we have did in past because it's the auxiliary and do in past because it's the verb. What did Eva do?
Do
For example, she bought. They mentioned bought, that is the past of what?
Buy.
Correct, a product. She bought a product. Okay. What else? She
called.
okay, called, because it's in past. She called who? Do you remember?
An agent.
Okay,
Agent.
correct. Another agent. Another agent. She called. What else? She used. She used the product. Okay. And what about the boy? explained. Explained, okay? He explained, or Romeo explained everything, right? Or explained.
Everything.
And things that they didn't do, or the boy, Eva, the agent, I don't know. What was the problem? What was the complaint? Do you remember yesterday vocabulary? What was the complaint? Eva's complaint at the beginning with the agent. The agent?
She didn't has a confirmation number.
Correct. The agent didn't give confirmation number. Correct. That was the complaint, right? The agent didn't give. Look, in present, the verb. Not in present, the base form. Because we have the negative and the past. Indeed, didn't. So we don't use in questions. And in negatives, we don't use the verbs in past. Because there we have did. So the agent didn't give the confirmation number. Confirmation number. Correct. That was the complaint. Her complaint, right? What else? Another problem with that agent.
He wasn't kind with her.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't. In this case, it's verb to be, you see, he wasn't. We're gonna change, it's in past, but in this case, the action is zero star, right? So we need to change, not anymore did. Specifically, verb to be, so we have a specific negative form. He wasn't. He wasn't kind. What else happened with this agent? Something else that the agent didn't do. What did the agent, let's say, omit? He didn't send what? Negative, right? Didn't send the receipt. He didn't send the receipt. And the last one, he didn't say his name. He didn't say his name. Okay, so all those complaints, all those problems with the first agent. The agent didn't give confirmation number. He wasn't kind. He didn't send receipt. He didn't say his name. So definitely it wasn't a good service, okay? It wasn't. Again, I go to verb to be, right? Wasn't. So I use the negative form specific of verb to be, wasn't. But you see here we have to say that no in past, didn't send, didn't say, didn't give. And in present, the specific form, both, called, used, and explained. Okay, so since you studied this the last course, you're gonna help me to let's say to give the information about this class, about this topic. So tell me, what are the two groups of verbs that we have here? How they are called? And what is the difference? Why we call them in that way? Do you remember?
If the sentence is in past and negative, we use did or did plus not or didn't.
Okay, that's correct. That's for negative. That's correct. We need the auxiliary, right? That is did. Okay, to indicate that is in past and is negative. Because it didn't, let's say that it doesn't have a specific translation, right? En realidad no lo traducimos. The agent, el agente, no dio. No dio. Me hace el verbo en pasado y me pone el no. Okay, didn't. Okay, that is for the negative. And for the affirmative, what are the two groups that we have here? I have regular and irregular, right? The regular is both. I mean, the irregular is both. And the regular called, used, and explained. Okay? And we have regular because it is similar, remember, it is similar to the base form. I just add ed, ed, ed. But we have the base form. Hasta aquí es la forma base, right? Look. Yeah. And we just add ed at the end para hacerlo el pasado. You see, that's why they are called, remember, regular. Porque mantienen algo regular. It's like that idea in general, right? Something regular, algo regular es que mantiene la misma actividad, el periodo, etc., right? Un periodo de tiempo. So that's something regular. That is the general concept. So it's the same idea here. We keep the base form, lo mantiene. So we just add ed at the end. Y ya tengo que no es llama, sino que llamó. Porque le agregué ese ed at the end. It's in past. So those are regulars. And irregular is because they change, right? Algo irregular es que no va lo mismo. Cambia. So in this case, the base form the was in present by. Okay, remember? By, as Mr. Fuentes said, right? By. And we have both. Different, right? Cambio. So that's why they are called irregular. Okay, and just to remember, because you, as I said, right, I remember that we studied that the previous level. Okay, so let me show you here. Here we have the groups of regulars and irregulars. You see, remember this list? Okay, those are irregulars because you see, and in this case, remember, no solo es porque cambian. Ah, pero este teacher es igual, bet. Y entonces, ¿por qué es irregular? Si no cambia. No, because the idea is not that keep the same. Se llama regular porque la primera parte es igual, pero se le agrega, son los que llevan ed al final. And in this case, we have the same, but we don't have ed at the end. So it's not considered the regular group. You see, so be careful with that. Because someone can get confused, but cut. No es irregular porque se mantiene, teacher, ahí lo mismo. But that's not the idea, okay? The idea is that you use ed at the end y la misma forma del presente, pero en ed at the end. That's when we call, so are two conditions, not just one. We need two conditions to be regular verbs. And so this is a situation, right, that they are considered irregular. Even though we can see the same cost, cut, bet, o similar, bite, bit. Ah, pero este se parece. Y aquí por una letrita. Yeah, you see? Bleed, bled. Solo una se le quitó, pero solo por una. Yes. Blow, blew, o blue. Some of them are really different, right? That print, brought. Y aquí también solo una letrita. Build, built. Yes. Come, came. Yeah, just one letter. Just one. It's not necessary that they change a lot, right? Like speak, spoke. Stand, stood. Take, took. Teach, taught. It's not necessary that they change a lot. Maybe just one letter, but they are considered irregular. And on the other hand, we have the group, look, that they are very different, right? With ed at the end. Selected. Look, the base form, select. In the past, you see here, the same, right? That here. We are just adding ed. And the same with the rest. Smoke, smoke. Remember, si termina en E, solo le agrego la D. No le voy a agregar otra E más. So, smoke. Snore, snored. Stare, stared. Start, started. You see? Se mantiene. Solo le agrego esto al final. That's why they are called regular. Very different, right, from the first group. Just to remember. Okay, I'm gonna explain more about this, or not explain, just give some comments because it's just a fast review, right? So here we have to list, okay, because you can see for you to compare why they are called irregulars and regulars. Here we have more examples, you know, and in this case, remember, didn't ask. That is the good point. Look, no importa si son regular o irregular, los negative y las questions sí se hacen idénticos. You see? Didn't ask. And it's regular. And in this case, didn't wear. And it's irregular. To do a question. Did she wear? And this is the irregular group. And a question for the regular. Did I ask? It's the same. Okay? So in that case, it doesn't matter if we have regular or irregular. I mean, in the case of this, the second type of sentence, past, negative, and past questions. The important is for the pronunciation, remember. That's why it's important to recognize regular and irregular verbs because of the pronunciation that we need to remember with regular verbs. But for using past, negative, and questions, no problem. It doesn't matter. Okay? Ahí sí no importa si ellos son regulares o irregulares. Idéntico. So good for us, right? No problem. No problem. Es que si son irregulares se hace así el pasado y si son regulares se hace... No. It's the same. You see here? You can see the two groups, regular and irregulars, and this part is the same structure, the same structure. Okay. So, the point here is the general, right? If you have past simple form, the verb in past. For questions, for negative, did not. What we were saying. The contracted for didn't. And remember, antes del verbo. Okay? For negative. Question, did. Antes de la persona. Did I, did you, y el verbo en su forma base. For the short answers, the auxiliary. Okay, he didn't go. Okay, so didn't or did? Yes, I, you, he. Remember, no changes. It doesn't matter if we have singular or plural. In this case, todos para uno y uno para todos, right? So did para todos. No changes, like verb to be. Ahí sí hacíamos dos grupos. In past or in present. In this case, no. For all of them, in present too, right? Because in present we have, para hacer una pregunta en presente, do and does, dos grupos. But in this case, no. In past, just one auxiliary for everybody, for any subject. You see? I, you, we, they, for all of them, did. And remember what I said. To answer, to give short answers, we always give the same form of the auxiliary. Me están preguntando con did. Did you? Did she? Did we? Did your mom? Did your boss? Etc. Did? So the answer is with did. Yes, she did. Yes, I did. Okay? No. Remember, I insist on this. If you have did, ¿por qué me va a poner do en la respuesta? If you have did, if you have verb to be, ¿por qué me va a poner do en la respuesta? Remember that concordance, ¿ok? That concordance. No hay donde equivocarnos ni perdernos para las short answers de cualquier tiempo. ¿Ok? Because si usted oye verb to be, conteste con verb to be. Si oye do o does, conteste con ese auxiliar. Si usted oye did, conteste. No pongamos por qué el do, nada que ver ahí, el do. Si me están preguntando con did, significa que me están preguntando en pasado. So I supposed to answer in past too. Because some of you still get confused, right? With the short answers. I do the question in present or in past and you answered with verb to be. Or I do a question with verb to be and you answer with do and no. Okay, that's what I want you to have clear after the beginner's course. Okay? That how to answer, how to use the short answers. Okay? Well, so this is the structure in general. More examples, right? And here we have what I said, right? If you have already ed, like this, like, arrive, ya tiene la E el verbo, solo le agrego la D, okay? You see here? If the verb ends in Y, change the Y by I before add ed. If it is regular, right? Pero ahí hay que aprendernos. ¿Hay reglas para saber cuáles son regulares y cuáles son irregulares, Sofía? No. No todo es azul, ¿ok? No todo es color de rosa, ¿ok? So, because in this case, we need to memorize the groups. In that case, no rules to know when is regular and when is irregular, ¿ok? No hay reglas para saber y a cuál le voy a poner solo ed para que sea pasado. ¿Y cuáles van a cambiar? Ahí sí no. I'm so sorry to tell you, but in that case, there is no other way to memorize them, okay? Individually, because no rules to establish the difference, okay? But we have some other rules for pronunciation, remember, for pronunciation. So in this case, for spelling too, ahí sí aplican reglas. ¿Cómo voy a saber a los que le voy a quitar la Y y le pongo la I? Bueno, porque terminan en Y. Solo a los que terminan en Y. ¿Ok? Of course that we don't notice this in the pronunciation, right? But it's important. It's important that we do it correctly. Okay, it's important. And here we have the other rule. Look, consonant, vowel, consonant. In this order. In this order. ¿Ok? Tiene que respetar este orden. No solo se trata que sean 3. Que sea un monosílabo de 3. Además de ser un monosílabo de 3, tiene que tener ese orden. Consonant, vowel in the middle, and another consonant. ¿Para qué? Para hacer esto. Doblar la última letra. Ah, pero Sofía, ahí hay 3, no hay consonant, vowel, consonant. But it's the pronunciation, because we don't really pronounce, as I said before, right? We don't say stop. No, we say stop, stop. It's like, it's not really a syllable. When we say, it's like stop, student, special. Suena como que sí, pero pueden notar que suena muy suavecita, porque realmente no la pronunciamos. ¿Ok? So, suena ahí como no, yo la oigo, como que ahí está, pero casi no, porque no se dice fuerte, porque no se pronuncia en realidad. We just do the sound, right? So, in this case, study, study, stop. Okay? Stop. So, that's why it is there. Because we don't really pronounce the letter S. So the point is that when we have this combination, consonant, vowel, consonant, just 3 letters in the sound, okay, and the vowel is in the middle, double the last one. You see there, stop and round. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna share this in the group in case that you want. Or for those who couldn't attend class today, you will have an idea, they will have an idea. Okay, so those are the spelling rules, right? Como quien dice la ortografía. In that case, you see, most of them we just add ed. We don't change, right? But when they end in e, just add the d. When they end the verbs end in y, change the y by I and add ed. When the verb has 3 letters, consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last and add ed. Okay, and here you have more examples. Look, cuando termina en Y, pero antes hay una vocal, ahí no cambio. Look, stay, play is different, right? That try, carry, because we have here a consonant before the Y, and here we have a vowel before the Y. Okay, here you have more examples with a double consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last letter. Okay, this is more a British. Okay, this is more a British. Hay otras reglitas. Esta es más británica. Okay. También pueden ver preferred solo con ed, sin doble r. ¿Y cuál está buena? Las dos. Pero una es más británica y otro es más US. You see? Sin doblar la última es US. Doblando la última cuando tiene 2 sílabas y el acento cae en la segunda sílaba, se dobla. But I don't recommend you that you focus on this because this is more British. But you know that they exist, right? So you won't have the doubt. ¿Y aquí por qué? Si no son una sola sílaba, ¿por qué le doblo? Es otra regla. Es por el 2 sílabas y la segunda cae la fuerza de voz, entonces doblan la última letra. But that's more British. También lo hacen sin así, sin la doble R. Solo con una T, solo con una R. Okay, so, but if you see both, you know now that one is British and the other is more US. Okay, well, that is the spelling. But let's work with the pronunciation. That is the most important, maybe. And in this part, you're gonna help me. Okay, you're gonna help me in this part. What do you remember about the pronunciation, guys? Because you studied this topic, the previous levels. What happened with the pronunciation? With regular verbs. Now that I explained, right, what are regular verbs? Is the same? Do you remember? Or don't you remember? Be sincere.
No remember, teacher.
You don't remember.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Ramirez. What about the rest? Es que si me dicen, no me extiendo mucho para no repetir lo que ya saben. ¿Ok? Pero si ustedes me contestan y me dicen, no recuerdo mucho, no recuerdo todo, recuerdo algo, no recuerdo nada, pues vuelvo a explicar todo. Pero no quiero que oigan lo que ya saben. That's why I'm asking you.
Don't remember, Miss.
In your case, you don't remember. Thanks for answering, Miss.
Yo no le entendí muy bien la pregunta.
The pronunciation for regular verbs. ¿Cómo pronuncio? ¿En qué me baso? ¿Cuál es la diferencia para pronunciar eso que vimos? The regular verbs, o sea, los que terminan en ed.
Bueno, la pronunciación al final solo cambia un poco como que para como si llevara la letra T, algo así.
Si lleva la letra T.
Más o menos con la pronunciación.
Ok, pero un poquito más claro, mister. Oh, you remember or you don't you remember? Clearly. Everything, something, a little bit, most of the information.
A little.
You remember
little.
a little bit. Okay, one more opinion.
Hay 3 grupos. En eso se divide de acuerdo a cómo terminan los verbos, así va a ser la pronunciación.
Okay, that's correct. Ok, entonces como Miss Rodríguez recuerda, ya no voy a explicar. No, just kidding. Okay, Miss Rodríguez, you know, is responsible. Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, no, that's correct, Miss Rodríguez, but I'm gonna explain, okay, si en el camino recuerden, vayan, díganme, okay, para que así pues no detallo mucho. Aunque la verdad que el tema está aquí. The topic is here, right? So what corresponds is to develop, right? But just in case, right? Si todos recordaban, pues vamos a hacerlo más rapidito o no se los mostraba para avanzar en otras cosas. Pero como la mayoría anda a mi modo, Miss Rodríguez. No, just kidding, Miss Rodríguez. Okay, so what Miss Rodríguez said is correct, guys. We have, and Mr. Fuentes is like, he had an idea, right? And maybe he will remember in this moment because he has an idea. Pero no fue muy claro, parece que no era muy clara la información tampoco, porque es como que algo así, ¿ok? It depends. The way that you say it is the way that you have it or not have it clear. Okay, so I hope that it helps to everybody, right? And well, in your case, Ms. Rodriguez, it's good to reinforce, right? And to continue practicing. Well, this is ED. So, because I already explained what are regular and what are irregulars, okay? So in this case, if you see here, because we are working with past, right? Well, those verbs that we have past that ends in ED, they are called regular, okay? That's what I explained some minutes ago. But, and we have how to write them, right? Como lo la escritura. But now the second part is the pronunciation. Because we don't say just for the first, we pronounce wanted or wanted, needed, but we don't say help it, look it, call it, clean it, etc. No. Basically, the E disappears, the E, right? The letter E of ED here, the letter E that goes with the D disappears in the pronunciation. Just in the first group, we pronounce it. Wanted, needed. But here, no, we don't say help it, no. It says that we pronounce with T, right? Me imagino que Mr. Fuentes se refería que te tiene T, me imagino que se refería a la primera regla del primer grupo. O no sé si se refería a la pronunciación, una de las tres pronunciaciones. Okay, it was not clear for me. Okay, but he mentioned something. So in this case, we have, you see, helped. You have to pronounce the consonant of the original verb plus the T. Helped, looked, sniffed, laughed, washed, watched, kissed, danced, fixed. Okay? So it's not fixed. That is in present. Or in the basic form, fixed. In past is fixed, fixed, fixed. Kissed, kissed, kissed. Okay, kissed. Looked, 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 look, looked, look, looked. You see that sounds different, right? The difference is soft, okay? Es suavecita, es sutil. Y cuando hablamos, es así, sutil. But there is it. There is it. Okay, and we'll train our ear. So we will recognize that little difference will be identified for you. That little difference of the sound at the end will be clear for you. Okay, because it's soft, right? It's soft. But it is there in the pronunciation. And of course, that when you pronounce it, you have to do it. Okay, do it, do it. No me lo dejen hasta el presente. Help, help. That is present, or that is in the base form. Helped, helped. That is past. And the last group is cold. Ya no es cold. Cold. No, right? Now is cold. With D at the end. Aquí también desaparece la E. Bueno, aquí desaparece la E. Y aquí más bien estas dos se me convierten. Ah, no, the other way around, excuse me. Aquí las dos se me convierten en T. Right? Helped. Pero acá lo que hace es que desaparece la E. Cold. Porque sí pronuncio la D. Cold. Listen, it's different. If I say cold, it's different than if you say cold. It's different. Clean, cleaned, or cleaned. It's different. We can perceive clearly the difference. When we pronounce at the end T, when we pronounce at the end D, the verb sounds different. Yeah? Offer, base form, offer, offered. No, right? We don't pronounce T. It's not the group of T. So we don't say it offered. We say offered, offered. So we don't say just offer, offered, offer, offered, offer, offered. You see? That's what we need to apply. And those are the rules. Those are the rules. And we have here, right, the groups that you have to observe what Mrs. Rodriguez says. That we need to observe the ending of the verb. Okay, she said it clearly. We have 3 groups, and what we have to observe is the end of the verb. That's it, correct? That's the idea. So, let me erase this. You see here, the groups, right? Help, aquí está la P, mire, al final. Porque the original verb is help. The original verb is look. Ah, a eso se refería Miss Rodríguez cuando dijo que observemos con qué termina el verbo original. Look, look. Obvio, antes de agregar el ed, porque cuando ya le agrego el ed ya no es original, ¿verdad? Ya es pasado. Sniff, sniff. Ahí está la F que nos dice. So when I add ed, the pronunciation in past, because if I add ed, it's because now it's in past. So the pronunciation will be if, sniffed, sniffed, laughed, 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 laughed. And you know, también a veces así solito no se escucha tan fuerte y claro. Pero cuando usted algunas veces le agrega algo, otra palabra a la par, y sucede lo que le estaba diciendo, a veces les digo, a muchos de ustedes les digo, puede unir si termina en consonante y empieza en vocal, el siguiente. Entonces con el pasado sucede mucho. Por ejemplo, si usted le dice a alguien, lávalo, si yo pronuncio esto, washed, al agregarle esta parte, washed it, washed it. You see? Sería diferente que yo dijera washed it, washed it, washed it. It's different, right? Entonces aquí cuando a veces va con otra palabrita, aplico el sonido que corresponde, más uno con la palabra que viene, se marca más. Por ejemplo, stopped it, stopped it. Usted le está diciendo a alguien que va manejando muy rápido, usted le dice stopped it, porque stopped, right, is the past. Stopped, with T at the end, stopped. Pero si yo le digo deténlo, stopped it, stopped it, stopped it. Y ahí es donde oímos, a veces suena diferente, suena raro, ¿qué dijo? Because it's important, you know, to apply that. Stopped it. Que sería muy diferente a decir stop them. It's very different, right? I stopped it. Stopped it, excuse me. Stopped it. Stopped it. Stopped it. Pero no es con D, entonces no digo stopped it. Digo stopped it. Stopped it. Okay? So you see that it's important. Even though the pronunciation at the end is soft, I insist on that. Es suavecita. Pero está ahí. Y cuando la une a veces con otra palabra, no siempre, pero cuando la une con otra palabrita, sí se enfatiza más cómo usted está pronunciando al final, si con T o con D. ¿Ok? Well, I don't know if you have any question about pronunciation. Remember that we are in simple past, regular verbs. So it means all these verbs that ends with ed.
Thank you, teacher, for remember.
Okay, a pleasure. Questions?
Only practice.
Only practice. Okay.
Only practice, teacher.
Yeah, definitely. But it's important, right, to have clear what to do, okay, and to have clear how it works, okay, and then we need to practice, definitely. Okay, so let me see. Let me open some practice for you. And remember, please, that I'm gonna stop here. So can you tell me your names, please? Give me a second. I'm gonna check the attendance. So just let me open. Oh, well, I'm gonna mention fast. I'm gonna mention all the names. And you tell me present, please. Okay, so here we go. Give me a second. Give me a second, please. Okay. José Mauricio Barrientos. No. Andrés Armando Ramírez.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Ramírez, thanks. Patricia Carolina.
Present, teacher.
Amy, thanks. Isaac Adalberto.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks, sir. Giancarlo. No. Daniel Eduardo. No. Basti Miranda.
Present.
Okay. Suhan Sabla. All right. Guillermo Baiza. Okay, Mr. Rafael Fuentes.
Present, teacher.
Okay, sir. Dagoberto Jerez. No. Anybody who I didn't mention?
Me.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's true. Okay, let me put your attendance. Okay, there you are. Thanks. Anybody else? Nobody else. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me share. Let's do some practices. Okay, I'm gonna show you some verbs, and based on the information that you just told me, you're gonna pronounce them in the correct way. Okay, so give me a second, please, to open the exercise. Okay, give me a second, please. It doesn't open the page. Okay, let's pronounce together. We're gonna do it together, okay? So I'm gonna show you, maybe we can do it by one by one. Those who are active, okay? I'm gonna check those who are active, and I'm gonna ask you to pronounce, okay? So let's see. Okay, the first, Mr. Ramirez. What's the pronunciation for the first?
Sería work.
Oh, the first was better. The first was better. Remember, what? And
work,
we don't
work,
walked.
work.
We don't pronounce the L.
Work.
Walk. That is in present. Add is with T, D, or ED.
T.
Correct. So it's walked. Walked.
Worked.
Don't pronounce the L. Walked. Walked. Listen.
Walked.
Okay. Walked. Okay. But you remember, that's good. Next, let me see. Miss Miranda, can you pronounce the next, please?
Visit. And visit.
What is the ending? ED, T, or ED?
T.
No, it's T. ED, excuse me. Visited.
Visited.
Okay, visited or visited. Okay, miss? Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, don't forget, guys, that if they end in T, what is the original verb? The original verb is visit. Aquí termina. Lo que le estoy agregando es ED. So, the first rule, right? This is the first rule, visit. Entonces sí pronuncio. Visited. Visited. O visited. Recuerden que la T se me puede hacer R. Visited. Visited. Because it ends in T, the original verb. Okay, next person. Let me see who is active. Miss Rodriguez.
Miss it.
No. T, D, or ED?
D.
No. Is T.
T.
Yeah.
Missed.
Listen.
Missed.
Missed.
Yeah, there you are. Missed. Missed. Okay. And remember,
Okay.
Miss Rodriguez, double letters goes. You are not anymore my heroine.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Next. Thanks, Miss Rodriguez. Let me see. The next would be Mr. Fuentes. What is the pronunciation?
State.
Say that again, please.
State.
Okay. It would be TD or ED?
ED.
Okay, almost. But in this case, it's a little bit tricky, you know. It's a state, pero no es que se pronuncia ED. es que termina en vocal, entonces es la regla de D. Because remember that the rule says stay, stay. Las que estaban en Y, pero no había una consonante antes, ¿verdad? Solo es como que pronuncie la vocal de Y. Y bueno, esas no se las dije, pero si acaso sí ya lo sabían, ¿verdad? O si no se acuerdan, la otra regla es los que terminan en vocal de sonido de vocal se pronuncian con D. Stayed. Puede parecer que es pero en realidad no aplica porque termina en vocal. Y recuerden que el ed solo para T y D. Y esta termina en Y. Entonces no sería esta. Aunque coincide en la pronunciación. Okay, so, but it's important, right, to have clear that. Por otra, que no vaya a ser que se nos confunda. Pero lo importante es the good pronunciation, okay, so stayed. So what about the next? Let's see. Mr. Fuentes again.
Continue.
Okay, what is the rule? T, D, or ED?
T.
It's what we said, mister. It's the same. Continue. It's a vowel, right? Es una vocal at the end. Los que terminan en sonido de vocal, D. Continued. Continued. It's the same idea. But no continued sería así. Si fuera con T, sería continued. Continued. No, right? Okay, it's not with T, it's with D. Okay, next. Thanks, Mr. Rodriguez. Fuentes, for your participation. Mr. Ramirez. No, I already asked Mr. Ramirez. Patricia, are you active? Yes, you are active. Okay, Patricia, this, please. What's the pronunciation?
It looks.
Say that again, please.
Looks. Finish T.
Okay, with T. Looked.
Looked.
Oh, okay, looked. Siempre pronuncio la K, pero agrego la T. Looked.
Looked.
Okay. Thanks. Let me see who else is active. Okay, Miss Rodriguez again.
Record.
Ends with D, miss. The original verb, the original form, the base form is with D.
Record. Recorded.
There you are, correct. Because remember, D and T, we pronounce ED.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we have, right? And Mr. Ramirez.
Original verb, end. The pronoun sería ended.
Okay, ended, because it ends in D. It ends in D, right? So we pronounce ended, ended.
Ended.
Okay, and Patricia, again, the last. Patricia, let me see.
Stop. Stop.
With what letter?
T.
With T. Yeah, but it's stopped.
Oh.
Stopped.
Stop.
Stopped.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. So please, you identify what is the pronunciation that they take. But I recommend you to practice the pronunciation, okay?
Yes.
Because you know that is with T, but you don't do the T sound. You know that is the D, but sometimes it's like you don't pronounce the D, okay? But this is a good beginning, that you know what is the ending of the pronunciation. It's just to be, you know, alert that you are pronouncing. For example, you tell me, stop, it's T, but it sounds like stops. Hasta la S se me oyó por ahí al final, ¿ok? Pero no la T. So, stop, como que solo para en la P. Okay, so stopped. Okay, that's what you need to practice. But excellent that you recognize what is the sound. Just the second part that is apply that sound when you pronounce. Okay, but very good. That is a good beginning. That is a very good beginning. Okay, and that's what we have with that pronunciation. You see? And we're gonna do an exercise, okay, that you're gonna tell me using simple past, can be regulars or irregular verbs, but when you say it, okay, when you use a regular verb, please apply the pronunciation that we are studying. Okay, let's see. The first question. What is the first question? Okay. Who is active? Miss Rodriguez, what did you do on Sunday?
I went to San Salvador to live my daughter.
Okay. I went to San Salvador to play or what? Excuse me?
To live, dejar.
Ah, okay. It's better maybe to drive my daughter. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I went to San Salvador to drive my daughter. Okay, that's correct. Excellent. In that case was irregular verb, right? Go, went.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Miss. Let me see. Next. This is for you, Patricia. What did you do on Friday, Patricia? Last Friday. What did you do on Friday?
I went to work, teacher.
Ah, okay. Just tell me trabajé. Don't tell me fui al trabajo. Tell me trabajé. How do you say that? It's correct, right? I went to work is correct. But I want you to tell me just trabajé.
Trabajé.
Uh-huh.
Sería I will work.
I
will work, no. I
okay.
worked.
Okay, but the pronunciation is not worked. Porque no lo pronuncio ahí porque no es ni T ni D para pronunciarlo. Es K. So, okay, so can you help us, Mr. Fuentes? What's the pronunciation? Can you help your classmate, please?
She worked.
She?
Worked.
She worked.
Okay.
Worked.
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 Okay, worked.
Worked.
Okay, in this case, we have to pronounce R, K, and T, guys. R, K, and T. Las tres consonantes. We don't do that in Spanish, so that's why we have to practice. Because it's a stronger, right? Y eso que no estamos hablando alemán ni ruso. Okay, but it's a stronger, you know, it's a stronger. The sounds are stronger. Because in Spanish we use consonant, vowel, consonant. Y lo más constante. That's right. But most of the time, vowel, consonant. Es más suave. But in this case, tres consonantes juntas. Worked. Okay, that's what we need to be conscious. So I work. I went to work was perfect, Patricia, okay? I don't want to confuse you, okay? It was perfect. Estaba bien. I went to work. Solo quería que pronunciara esto en pasado. Okay, but it was correct. Okay, thanks, Patricia. Let me see. Next is for Mr. Ramirez.
Okay.
Did you go outside in the afternoon? Let me add it here. In the afternoon? Did you go outside in the afternoon, Mr. Ramirez?
Yes. Yes, outside.
Yes, outside, no. The verb is missing. You can say yes in the short answer. In this case, you can give a short answer, right? Yes,
yes, I did.
Okay. And if you want to be more specific, I
did outside.
No. The verb is go, but in past, what is the past?
I went.
Okay, outside. Okay.
No, I went outside.
Okay, no just outside, porque usted me dijo al inicio, I outside. Yo afuera,
Sí,
pero
sorry.
no me dijo el qué, right? Que el verbo.
Sí.
So be careful that you are using the verb. So you can say, okay. Yes, I did. Y más specifically, I went outside
because for meeting a problem family.
Okay, in that case, for a meeting, okay? Or because I needed to attend a meeting. Because I had to attend a meeting.
A meeting.
For example, right? Okay, thanks, mister. Don't forget it, please. Let me see who more is active. So remember, guys, sometimes we can say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. And plus the information, right? Plus the information.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks to you. Okay, Miss Miranda. This is for you. Did you meet with friends on last weekend?
I meet my friends the last week.
Okay. Yes, right? Yes, I did. In that case, yes, I did. I met my friends
the last week.
Okay, last week. Okay, I met my friends, or I met with friends last week. Okay? Okay, thanks. Very good. Thank you. So you see, guys, you can answer, yes, I did, and then the specification, right? Or if we want to go straight to the full answer, always yes. I think it sounds natural, right, to say yes. Yes, we met last weekend. Or yes, I met my friends, because present meet, past met. In this case, because it's irregular. And you can see all the questions here. Did, present, meet. Okay? And all of them are present. Because we have the auxiliary did. You see here, do, eat. The past of eat. What is the past of eat?
Ate.
Ate, like the number, right? Correct. So we are using here eat.
Ate.
No, ate, right? Because in present, because we have the auxiliary of past. So did you eat? And for the answer, yes, I ate a delicious one. Do you remember one? I don't want to repeat pizza. So I can answer, did you eat pizza, Sophia, on Saturday? Yes, I did. I ate a delicious one. Because I don't want to say, I ate a delicious pizza. No,
Ate.
ate, like the
Ate.
number, ate.
Ate.
Eat, ate. So, and
Ate.
remember, one. I ate a delicious one. Solo para aplicar lo que hemos aprendido días anteriores, right? So we can sound very natural when we answer. Let's do it naturally with all those little elements that we have learned together, okay? Ya sé las short answers, ya sé eso de one, so I can do the complement, you know? O el vocabulario. Yes, I did. Actually, I ate a delicious one. Porque ya aprendimos hace tiempo. Actually, ya aprendimos one, ya aprendimos short answer, and we put them all together. So we will sound more natural. Will be natural. Uno por una cosita de cada clase. Al final me ayuda a expresarme muy bien todo junto. Claro que para eso tengo que llevarlo todo, ¿verdad? No dejarlo en la clase o que no lo oí, ¿ok? Pero si lo estamos 100% en clase y esas pequeñas cositas que vamos aprendiendo de las conversaciones, de lo de gramática, de lo de speaking, listening, todo eso, es a puzzle, ¿ok? No veamos una palabrita de menos. Con una palabra no voy a hablar. Yeah, but you will. Like the puzzle, right? Con esta piececita no resuelvo, pero sin estas piececitas no resuelve el puzzle, you know? So that's the way to do it. Uno por uno, pero eso uno hace mucho, okay? So that's the way that we do it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to go to the breakout room to tell your classmates what you did last weekend, Saturday and Sundays, okay? Talk about that. And when we come back, you're gonna tell me, I'm gonna choose one or two of you to tell me what did your classmate do? Because you're gonna tell me, not what you did, what your classmate did on weekend, okay? Okay. That is it. Let's go to speak. Listen and tell your classmates. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna continue practicing, okay, with some other activities using this pronunciation, past and regular verbs pronunciation. Is to practice, okay? I will wait till the rest of your classmates, but if you want, it's time, okay? You can leave because some of your classmates are still in the breakout rooms, but I'm gonna wait for them. But that's it for today. Okay, guys, I was saying to your classmate that that's it for today. For those who were still in the breakout room, I told them that tomorrow we'll continue doing some other activities, speaking in past. Okay, because as Mr. Ramirez said, we need to practice, right? That's it, practice. Okay, so thanks for your participation.
See you
Hope to see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you. Take care.
See you.
Good night.
See
Good
you.
night.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
Good night.
everybody.
Good night.